Greetings, 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 royal family. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. Hopefully, you guys are having a positive. So, yes, y'all, we're back live and well. As you're rolling in, hit the like button, drop a comment, a respectful comment. Any disrespectful comments will be deleted. Don't try me is watching like a hawk. So, got a couple of topics that I wanted to touch on today. Hopefully, you guys read the title and the description. NENE Leakes was on the Breakfast Club yesterday. It was a very interesting interview. I'm sure you guys all heard Nicki Minaj's husband got himself into not a little bit of trouble, a lot of trouble. And also wanted to touch on briefly an update as far as the Meg Thee Stallion situation. So I don't really want to stay on Meg Thee Stallion situation too long, but I'm pretty sure all of you will be sharing your opinions. I was wrapping up watching Sisters. That's why there was a little bit of a delay. So I do have to make sure I record that and upload that for you guys later. It really got on my nerves as usual, but I watched it in its entirety. A hot mess. Did you guys watch Sisters? I can't believe there's so many episodes left. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna wait for some of you to start rolling in. I see y'all rolling in. Hey, Miss Lashia, greetings. Welcome back. Thank you for joining the live another day. Happy Friday Eve. It's Thursday. This week flew by. Sunday is daylight savings time, y'all. And I'm excited about that. I don't like when it gets dark early. It's just very gloomy. So spring is rapidly approaching. So I'm excited about that. So we're heading into the 2 minute and 30-second mark. So I'm just going to wait for a little bit just for you guys to start rolling in before I go in on these topics. I don't even know where I want to start. Oh gosh, my heart really goes out to Nicki Minaj, man. It really does. Hater or lover, this is just a lot. It's been a lot in these last couple of months with her, man, and I can't even. It's just too much. Yikes, you know. Hey, Miss Josie, greetings. Greetings. Yeah, I was a few minutes late. I had to push it back for the live a few minutes because I was watching Sisters. Oh my god, that show just my god. But I'm still gonna put up my review, so look out for that later. All right, let's get started. So NENE Leakes was on the Breakfast Club yesterday. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch. Um, it was 30 minutes, 35, 30 minutes or so. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. She wasn't cutting up too bad. But remember when Wendy revealed that NENE texted her saying that she's quitting, and then Wendy went onto her show and she basically told the entire audience. NENE didn't really seem upset about Wendy revealing that info, I noticed, because Charlemagne did bring it up. Now Charlemagne had he was on his shady and petty was on 1,000 yesterday. But he did ask some good questions and he made some good points, stuff that we want to know. And we were able to hear answers directly from NENE. But I noticed that she did not get upset when that was brought up about Wendy exposing what NENE texted her. And I said to myself, why wasn't NENE ticked off? I mean, I didn't expect her to get on the Breakfast Club and like start cussing Wendy out. But she wasn't really upset about it. She was very understanding. And if you watch Housewives of Atlanta, you know NENE has cussed out people for less. So it just made me wonder, like, what type of alliance does NENE and Wendy really have? Something just seems a little bit odd about that, right? And Wendy talked on her show. Yes, I think it was yesterday. Wendy said that she was being followed because Wendy, NENE, and Marlo, they went to a upscale department store, and Charlemagne brought that up as well. No, I think it was Angela Yee that brought that up as well, because Wendy said on her show that she was being followed around. They were being followed around and not in a good way. And NENE says that she didn't see nor experience that, but Marlo and Wendy did. NENE admitted on the Breakfast Club yesterday that Marlo did bring it to her attention afterwards, and NENE admitted that she did see that Wendy or no, she said she didn't hear Wendy bringing that up, but Angela Yee was telling her. NENE said, no, I didn't experience that. I was, what did she say? I was taking pictures with people. I didn't, experience that. So I was like, that's possible. She might not have experienced that. Very well possible. But interesting. I thought that was interesting. Marlo and Wendy experienced that and they saw that, but NENE didn't. Maybe she was too busy taking pictures and people were fanning out over her. I don't know. Or maybe she just didn't want to say anything negative about that upscale department store. Who knows? Now, it just makes me wonder, like, this friendship between them, because they've been beefing for a long time. So now that they're friends, they're all chummy. And it makes me wonder if, like, NENE is giving Wendy content for her show to keep both of them relevant. I mean, if that's the case, I think that that's smart. Charlemagne went on to call out Wendy Williams for stopping NENE's talk show. Because if you're not aware, NENE had a talk show in the works. And it's been said that Wendy and her ex-husband, he was her husband at the time, kind of put the kibosh on that. And I think that's where a lot of the beef started with NENE and Wendy. So Charlemagne called that out. Charlemagne was just like, yes, he knows that that's what happened. And he blamed Kevin Hunter and Wendy. And Charlemagne asked her, what do you think about Kevin Hunter? He's asking NENE this. And NENE said that Kevin Hunter wasn't nice to her, nor her assistant, and she didn't think that Kevin was the right guy for Wendy. Now, again, I just find their relationship or friendship, whatever it is, real interesting. It's like, you tried to stop me from getting a talk show. NENE didn't confirm or deny it, but Charlemagne says he knows. And he said, Wendy, you wrong for that. You should apologize. He called Wendy out. And then you guys are friends? I don't know. I don't know. Now, I did report on a What the Friday video that NENE was hiring Lisa Bloom. She's a famous attorney. She has the track record of representing a lot of women who feel discriminated in some shape, form, or fashion. So Charlemagne asked her, is it true that she hired Lisa Bloom? And she said, yes, she did. And she said she won't say why, but she confirmed that she did. So that is very interesting as well. I wonder why she hired Lisa Bloom. So I guess we'll find out if need be. And NENE turned around and asked Charlemagne, are you being treated unfairly on the Breakfast Club? And he did mention on the low that his contract is going to be up in December. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be leaving the Breakfast Club. I mean, once his contract is over, he can renegotiate his contract. But I thought that was kind of shady. Like, why are you mentioning that your contract is up in December? But then again, Charlemagne, it's been said that Charlemagne is eventually going to leave anyway because he's working on other projects and he has a lot of connections in the media business. So he's had a lot of shows. He's had executive producer and creator credits on other shows. So even if he does leave the Breakfast Club, I think Charlemagne will be fine. He'll be perfectly fine. So they go into talking about Kenya, right? Of course, that's what everybody wants to hear about. And she said that Kenya is not good for the show. She said that before. And she said that her actions could possibly turn black women off or continue to turn black women off because NENE says that a lot of black women already criticized the show, and especially when Kenya invited the cookie lady to lunch, a lot of people had something to say about that. And they asked her about Kenya's marriage and what does she think about Mark. She says she likes Mark. Mark has always been respectful to her and to Greg. And she says that she doesn't wish that any marriage would break up because she herself is a wife. She's a mother. And she says, however, if Kenya was to focus on her own marriage, she would still be with Mark. So I caught that. So I said, does that mean that Kenya and Mark aren't together? I want to know if he is going to show up at the reunion. I think that he should. To clarify, I think he should to kind of, I guess, defend himself. And plus, it's good for TV. I would love to see Mark on the Housewives reunion. But something tells me that he won't show up because he's not interested in all of that drama. So I wonder if Mark and Kenya are really together. NENE does not believe that they're legally married. She said that on Watch What Happens Live as well. Marlo agrees. She doesn't think that Kenya is married. So, she was all right. She was okay on the interview. I mean, she was more turned up on Watch What Happens Live recently with Marlo. She was turned all the way up. So NENE asked Envy if he'll be joining the Bravo family because if you didn't know, a while back, Envy's wife was supposed to join the Real Housewives of New Jersey a few years back, but Envy didn't want to. He didn't want to participate, and Envy says he makes too much money to deal with that stress. It's like Envy, whatever. He's a great DJ, great DJ, but he's annoying. They talked about what else did she say? NENE said that she and Greg got their youngest son a fake ID before he was 21, and took him to clubs and strip clubs so he wouldn't get mixed up with the wrong crowd. Now, what do you guys think about that? Would you get your child? I understood what she was trying to say. She wanted to expose her son to fancy restaurants, strip clubs and stuff, and she went with Greg. So her and Greg took the youngest son. He's 21 now, I think she said. But they took the youngest son to these environments so that he wouldn't get mixed up with the wrong crowd and have the wrong crowd take him into these environments, so he already experienced it. So I guess taking the excitement out of it eventually so that he wouldn't have to run with his friends and be peer pressured into doing things. I get what she said, but what do you guys think about that? Make sure you guys put your comments in the chat. So before NENE left, Charlemagne had a message for her. I don't know where he got this quote from, but he has been saying it a lot lately. And the quote goes, "Don't let your loyalty become slavery. If they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, let them eat alone." Now, I do agree. And I have been saying that NENE should bow out gracefully and eventually leave the show. But I understand why she wouldn't want to. It is a nice paycheck. It opens up other opportunities for her. It's great marketing, free press and promotion. She's getting paid, and I think she renewed her contract. So she says. So overall, the interview wasn't bad. She was asked about allegedly spitting on someone on the show, right? Now she didn't spit on them. She didn't spit on Kenya. But she said that she made the motion as if she was going to spit on Kenya. And NENE then said that she would spit on Kenya. She would. She said, "I would spit on her." I'm going to need NENE to stop saying that publicly. You know what I mean? Like, NENE says she deserves to be spit on. Like, stop saying that you would spit on somebody or somebody deserves to be spit on. Cut that out. Like, it's obvious that's how you feel and you are serious about that. But I think she should keep that talk at the kitchen table, if you know what I mean. Like, keep that to yourself. Stop walking around saying that you would spit on somebody or she deserves to be spit on. Don't do that. Like, oh my God, NENE, please. Jeez. So she just says that Kenya is not a nice person in real life and yada yada yada. She does not like her at all. And she says that she wants all the smoke at the reunion. Whoever has a problem with her, then she got a problem with them. I mean, that was her first time on the Breakfast Club, come to find out. She was a good guest. And again, she was a lot more calm than she was on Watch What Happens Live recently. Again, she promised that she was going to turn it out at the reunion. So we shall see. She is ready to read. Anybody that wants smoke with NENE at the reunion, she is going to give it to them. So I'm looking forward to the reunion. I think they start taping like in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I was looking forward to the reunion from the first and second episode of this season. It's like, come on, let's get through this already and let's get to the reunion. So I do hope that Mark shows up, only because it'll be good for television. And I just want to hear, this is what I want to know. If you don't like the show so much, if you despise the show, you don't like how Black people are represented on reality TV, because this is something that he said before a couple of years ago. Why are you on the show? What was the point of you participating this season? Why? That's really one of the things that I want to know. So we shall see if Mark shows up to the reunion. If he does, that will definitely be must see TV. So let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Did anyone watch the show? I seen the promotion for 20s. I never seen any of the episodes though. Is it good? Cookie Lady was the worst personal attack ever shown on that show. And it was over a tiny. Yeah, exactly. That Cookie Lady made herself look stupid. She allowed Kenya to use her to make a fool out of her. And now that Cookie Lady is getting all this heat, Kenya ain't defending her. Kenya is not defending her, and I don't think that she will defend her. So you allowed your Cookie Lady allowed herself to be used, so it serves her right all the backlash that she's getting. She didn't need to air that. NENE is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya definitely is petty. NENE can read, yep. So to save Kenya's spot. I just want Mark to come on. I just want Mark to come on the reunion. He doesn't even have to stay. You know what I mean? I just want to know, bro, why did you participate in the show if you can't stand the show so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point? What was the point? So we shall see. But if he doesn't come, I won't be surprised. I mean, I won't be disappointed either. I won't be surprised. I won't be disappointed. But again, I want to know, why did you participate in the show if you hate it so much? And I know production can get on everybody's nerves. So when he was talking to, in the recent episode, when he was giving it to production, I wasn't mad at him. I don't dislike Mark. I don't. I just feel like he's no nonsense. He's not for the BS. Did y'all see NENE on Watch What Happens Live? She said, what did she say? She said all of Kenya's men are gone with the wind. And then Marlo was like, she can't even catch a broke man. NENE was cutting up. She was cutting up on that episode. And did you see Marlo switch wigs? I can't with her. They are funny. Mark is doing it for the coin. I wonder, that's what I thought. I said, is he, greetings, Sophia Pitt. First time seeing you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I wonder if he got money, right? Do you think he got paid for his little stint on the show? Knowing Mark, they probably had to pay him. I can't wait for the reunion. Mark seemed like he's up to something. Listen, man, I'm going to say this, right? I don't want him to come on the reunion, even though I don't see Kenya at all. I don't see her at all. I don't want him to come on the reunion and air her out. Like, if he's going to speak on things that he did not like about the show, and he did not like that she's done, that he didn't want to be a part of, fine. He can do that in a respectful manner, as not to make himself look like the jerk that everybody thinks that he is. But if he's going to air her out and say, well, I don't want to see him say like, she paid me to be with her. This is all fake. Like, I don't, I know some people do, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And like I said, I ain't got nothing for Kenya at all. At all. I don't have nothing for her. But I think that would make him look bad, even more than he already looks. But I don't dislike Mark. I'm going to go on record and say that. I don't dislike Mark. I feel like, yes, if they are married, let's say they really are married, right? Because we don't know. And I'm all for a husband standing by his wife and a wife standing by her husband. but I don't think that I have to stand by you and you dead wrong. And what you're doing could definitely potentially affect me, socially and monetarily. So they are not married. Yeah, I don't believe they are either. I don't believe that they're married either. I don't think he would do anything to hurt his baby. I agree. But I just hope that he doesn't come, if he comes on the reunion, I hope he doesn't just speak facts, right? But do it in a dignified way, because at the end of the day, he's still a business owner and he still has a reputation to uphold. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just shouldn't come on, huh? Maybe he should just not come on, because I don't know, because they may push him and he may say some stuff. Yeah, Mark. I mean, Mark just speaks facts. Like, he just speaks facts, and I get it. I respect the fact that he's not with the nonsense. I mean, but listen, whatever Nene says that she is here for it. She's ready, locked, and loaded. Mm. All right, Nicki Minaj is up next. Like I said, I don't. Whether you dislike or like Nicki, this is just all bad, man. All bad. Ugh. So, Nicki Minaj's husband was arrested after failing to register in the state California as an offender. And that's what we're going to refer to him as. We're just going to say offender. Please don't put no crazy words in the chat, y'all. Please don't. Don't mess up my bag. So, Kenneth Petty was convicted of a crime in New York back in the early 90s, and he was forced to register on the offenders list. At the time, he served 4 years in a New York State prison for first degree attempted blah, blah, blah. Don't put it in the chat, please. So he moved to California, and he was made aware that if he moves to another state, that he has to check in with the local jurisdiction on their list and update his address. I don't understand how this happened. I really don't understand how this happened. I think this is so careless. If you have to register on this offender list for the rest of your life, then you had to know that if you move to another state, that you had to update the, authorities. You know that. So according to the feds, he failed to check in when he moved to LA, and he is now facing new charges. So if he's convicted, he faces up to 10 years in federal prison. Lord have mercy. So he appeared in court, I think it was earlier yesterday or earlier today. No, earlier today, yesterday. He appeared in court and he pled not guilty to the charges. But then again, you can plead not guilty. It might be the smart thing for him to do, even though he's guilty. So the prosecutors, they wanted him to be placed on house arrest, but instead he will have to wear an ankle monitor. He currently is in custody, but will be able to post a $100,000 bond tonight and get released. $100,000. He has to surrender his passport, of course, because he is a flight risk. And he will be restricted to travel inside of Southern California. Which is crazy, because he can't even go back home to New York. Even if he wanted to. So he's barred from using any sort of drugs, including legal marijuana, which can be purchased at dispensaries in California. And he'll be back in court later this month. So far, Nicki, she hasn't said anything about the situation, and I don't think that she should say anything at all. I don't think that she should say anything at all. What is there to say? Good grief, Nicki. What? Oh my God, this is just bad. And color me corny, but I just feel like I know that she's got to be like, even though she made these choices to be with whoever she's with, still, it's just a lot. It's just back to back to back. And I know she's tired. And I'm not saying that she's a victim. I'm not saying that at all. But oh my girl, your brand. You've built your brand. You've worked so hard to build your brand, man. Do you not care anymore? That's what it makes. It makes like, do you want out? And you spending all this money. And I found that I don't know how true this is. I'm assuming it is because I saw from several different sources. I didn't think that Nikki's husband had children, but apparently he has 5. Oh, Lord have mercy. Greetings, only me. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Do you think a assistant was given the task to file his papers for him and messed up? Fame can make you drop responsibilities that should be yours and yours alone. That's very well possible. That's very well possible. That is very well possible. And the greetings, Nicole. Hey, that is very well possible, Sophia. But here's the thing: something is such a serious matter that can affect your freedom and your livelihood, especially having been locked up recently for 4 years, because apparently he's been in and out of the jail system. He's been locked up since he was younger. He's been in and out, juvenile detention centers, so on and so forth. So this last stint that he did in prison was for 4 years, right? So I feel like if you like your freedom, you would make sure that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. So even if, like I said, it's very well possible that an assistant was given the task to make sure that was done. But if so, that was dumb on his part to hand that task over to an assistant. That was stupid. You're putting your freedom on the line. You know what I'm saying? You're putting your freedom in the hands of somebody who works for you. And even still, I would be double checking. How did, like, oh, this is so bad. A lot of people fall victim to a dusty. Not a dusty. Ah! A lot of people fall victim to a dusty, especially when you get comfortable. Yeah. Nikki. 5 kids, y'all. How? You know what? I don't even know. I really feel for her, man. I'm just sitting here staring out the window and I'm just shaking my head. Like, I know that sounds crazy because this is who she chose, and I get all of that, but girl, you're a different person now than you were when you and your husband now grew up. She knew him for a long time from back in the hood. Which I don't even want to ask that question. Never mind. It's just like, girl, is it a matter of she's so successful, so financially stable, so well off that it's like now she can have any man that she chooses and not necessarily the man that she feels that she needs. How some people, they may date up. If they're not as wealthy as they want to be, they may date up because they feel like that would be a good match for them because they can help them out financially. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's just like Nikki has everything. She has all the accolades. She has a lot of money. So it's a matter of like, I'm just going to date who I want. Or like only me said, she just fell victim to a dusty. Dang, Nikki. I just think this is bad. It's just bad for her brand. Like I said, it's either she doesn't care anymore about the fame and the notoriety, and she doesn't care, or she just didn't think it was gonna be like this. But oh Lord, I feel bad for her, y'all. I really do. I do. I really feel bad for her. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly dramatic, but this is not the type of press. This is not the type of attention that she needs, nor him, nor her husband. Bro, you just came home not too long ago. But see, I'm gonna say this. I could be totally wrong, but it's here we go. Nikki figured, I'm gonna put my man on from back in the day when he get out. I'm gonna lace him with all this designer. He ain't gonna want for nothing. Give him money. He's gonna be my security, so he could be with me everywhere I go, and he'll want to do right because he see all this success around him. I'm gonna make him be who I want him to be. See what happens? And you guys, if you guys come to my live, how many times I say that? Even in my reviews, I say that all the time with some of these women. Men do it too. I think she wanted someone from her past because she has trust issues. True. That's true. It's like sticking with the devil that you know. You know what I'm saying? Or the evil that you know. Yeah. Who wants a man without a backbone? A lot of people. But I get your point. Y'all don't feel bad for her? Keep it real. Like you could be honest. Do you guys feel bad for her at all? Like, am I just being dramatic? I do. When I saw this, I wasn't even gonna talk about it, but I was just like, man, dang, Nikki. Devil, with his 5 kids. Josie said, girl, not me. No, okay. I mean, that's fine. Mm-mm-mm. Love is blind, and it'll take over your mind, right? What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. Eve told y'all a long time ago. I think he know. Of course. Um, don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for her. I respect it. I just wanted your honest opinion. Yeah, of course. He definitely knows that he should have registered. Of course. It's bad for her brand, but maybe that's why she decided to retire. That's true. That's a good point. It's definitely a come up for him. So he's good. Obviously, she's comfortable around. No! Take that comment out, only me, please. Don't put that word in there. Please retract it. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Trust me, there's certain things you can't trust me. When they scan through these videos, they find anything. I agree with you though. I agree. I know you didn't mean any harm, but please just don't put certain words in here. I don't feel bad for her. You too grown to not make educated decisions. Yeah. Word. It's true. But it's like I said, I always want to know the why. Like why? Why did you think? Okay, here's the thing, right? We could date whoever. You could date whoever the heck you want to date, right? That's not my gripe. I don't have no right to say, oh, this person should or should not date this person. But you know what I wish? I wish that she would have kept him quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like kept him out of the limelight. I really wish that she would have just kept him out of the limelight. Because if he's registered as whatever in New York, right? And they're all on the video, all on the record, all in the press, their location this, location that, and you out in LA and you know that you didn't handle what you were supposed to handle. Like, you bringing all of that attention to yourself. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of this nonsensical situation. Nikki had lawyers around her and she didn't know. Right? I'm saying, I don't know. I think they probably thought that they could get away with it. He was just in Trinidad. You be thinking that these people don't watch you. Especially someone with his record. Like, people are always being watched, okay? When you go on the internet, your internet history is being tracked. There's eyes everywhere. So, what is he thinking? Oh, she was real proud of him. Yeah, she should have kept him, you know what I'm saying? Like, kept him hidden. You know? But he everywhere she go, he go, and there's nothing wrong with that. But considering his situation, that might not be a good idea. Like, he needed to lay low, especially if you are going to be living out of state. Like, you're from New York or whatever, you're registered in New York, you're going to be living out of state. Now you can't even leave the state. My God. And he about to be on house arrest or ankle monitor? It's selfish. Because yes, him and Nikki go way back. He gets himself caught up in whatever he gets himself caught up in. And you don't even you come out, you have everything at your disposal. Everything. You just basically ease right back into society. And you don't say to yourself, you know what, because I love my wife, because I care about her, let me make sure my stuff is tight. As not to not only jeopardize my freedom, but not put me back in a position where I lose my freedom, have my wife stressing out, put my wife under scrutiny. He's selfish for that. And I think it was Sophia was saying that maybe an assistant was given the task to handle his papers. Fine. If he decides to give the assistant, if he does decide to give his assistant that task, then he should have followed up with that. Something this serious. I mean, this is not like, the assistant didn't pick up my dry cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Or they didn't get my fresh Air Forces icy whites as I requested. 6 boxes of them. Fresh. You know what I mean? Like, he should have checked up on this. It was no one's responsibility but his to make sure that this was taken care of. And I'm hoping that another story will come out and it'll be like there was a clerical error. He did register, but in the office they mixed up the paperwork. You know what I mean? But to not do it at all, as it's being reported now, that's careless, and he's selfish. He's selfish for that. I don't understand the rush to get married, honey. Everybody's in a rush to get married for whatever reason. I mean, when you file taxes as a married couple, like when you file jointly, do you get more money? I know that's a random question, but I'm trying to find the objective of people rushing and wanting to, people who want to be married so bad, but they're not because, child, I'm going down a whole nother road. And I'm not even trying to go there because I'll be on here for a long time. Like when I hear people say, oh, I want to get married. Why? Oh, because it's the right thing to do. I've heard that. I hear because I want us to be together. Or I don't know. Like I just want to be married. Yeah, they applied for a marriage. Yeah, I think they got their marriage license in July of last year, and then they got married in October. I think they had like a little civil ceremony. I don't think they had like a big grandiose wedding. So Josie said, "I don't ever want to get married." Why not? Why not, Josie? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, you just put it eternally happy single. Who needs the drama? And it sucks that that's how a lot of people think about what they think about marriage now. And I don't blame anybody who feels that way. I can understand why. You have plenty of examples, you know what I'm saying, of how things can get crazy in a marriage, especially when people get divorced. It's just so, yeah, it's just too much drama. I get it. But I know a lot of people, like, people just want to get married for like the pomp and circumstance. Then you have people who want to get married just to say that they're Mrs. So and so, and I'm speaking about like women. You have people who get married because they think it's going to cure their loneliness. It's just like, really? This is what you think of marriage? I'm over 50, don't need it. Really, Josie? What? Go on, girl. I just feel like if whoever wants to get married, That is their choice. Whoever doesn't want to get married, that's their choice. I know a lot of people get scrutinized for not wanting to get married, right? Like people will say, "Oh, you do want to get married. You're just saying that." No, no. People there are people who literally don't see themselves getting married. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't. I don't think it has anything to do with being scared and cuz listen, all the legalities and stuff like that, it is a bit much. You know what I'm saying? It is a bit much, especially if you have children, and then it's just marriage is not for everybody. It's not. And just because you're married or you're Mrs. So and so doesn't mean like marriage is not some potion that's all of a sudden gonna make your life better and make your life happy. Like I don't believe that, and I think it's so immature to even think that. But whatever. But as far as Nikki's concerned, I just really said that the paperwork for him to be after moving. In my past, I didn't want to get married. Now, I would if the right person presented themselves. Right? Yeah, a lot of people feel that way too. Trust me, I understand both sides of the coin. I totally do. But how much time was he given? Like, okay, he moved out of New York. I'm just trying to make some sense of this, y'all, because I can only imagine Nikki better stay off social media. She better not go on Queen Radio talking trash about nothing. I don't think she should say anything. I really hope, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being dramatic, y'all. Seriously, I really feel for her. Like when I was reading this, I can't say that I don't feel bad for him. I just feel like, what were you thinking? Like, as far as he's concerned, like, why would you jeopardize your freedom? And why would you also put your spouse in a position to possibly have to defend herself and defend you? Like, I just, what were you thinking, yo? Like, this woman has held you down, apparently. But then again, you be holding people down. That doesn't mean that they're going to reciprocate the same respect. But it's like, bro, really? What were you thinking? Nikki needs to be like Trick Dad. Let me tell you, Uncle Trick, that's my guy right there. Ugh. I need to move on. I need to move on. Because the more time I think about this, for real, y'all, I really feel bad for her. I do. In this situation. I know she is embarrassed like crazy. Just why didn't she keep him in the cut? Trick Daddy said Joy ain't going nowhere. The day before that, I talked about it. And she said that she was going to be releasing new music on Friday, which is tomorrow. I don't even know if it's a mixtape album, whatever the heck they call it these days. And it's supposed to have 8 or 9 songs on it. Well, it's being reported that she will not be releasing new music this week after all. Not if her label can help it anyway. And 1501 Certified Entertainment wants an emergency court hearing on the matter. So Carl Crawford, he just filed a motion to dissolve the temporary restraining order Megan got earlier this week, which allowed her to drop new music on Friday. However, the label says she had no right even taking them to court in the first place. Listen to this. According to the documents, Crawford says Megan's contract stipulates all disputes between her and the label must be handled in arbitration. Coincidentally, this is the very contract that Megan complained was one-sided and unfair when she signed it, when she said that she was 20 years old and she didn't know, yada yada. So in that contract, it clearly states that if she has any disputes, that she can't like go to court. I guess it has to be handled in arbitration, meaning I guess both parties have to come together, have a mediator, and hash this out. She can't just go to court and file a lawsuit. He also claims Megan's guilty of booking several gigs without the record label's approval. But what really got Crawford ticked off is her plan to release music on March 6th. So in the documents, 1501 Certified says that she can't drop that music without the record label's approval. It's part of her contract. Didn't her lawyer read her contract? How was she? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm starting to believe that this is a publicity stunt. Maybe I'm naive. If her contract clearly states that any issues between her and the label, like any sort of renegotiation or issues, it has to go to arbitration. If that's clearly stated in her contract, and she has to get approval before she releases new music, that's in her contract that she signed. Her lawyer who represented her didn't see this. Anyway, so yeah, so this is all part of her contract. I mean, even if she wants out of it, it's her contract is in place now. So she still has to abide by her contract. She's not out of her contract. She didn't make a request to leave the record label. So the contract that she signs is still active and in place. So Crawford says that he's exercising his contractual right to control distribution of her music. Again, that's part of her contract. So Carl Crawford, he also said that he's not buying Meg's claim that disappointment of her fans is the basis for getting a restraining order to release the music. He's demanding a hearing today in Harris County, Texas, so a judge can hear the label side of the story before the music comes out on Friday. So so far I haven't seen any updates if that hearing is going to be granted. So I wonder if can she be held in contempt of court for that? Like, that's clearly stated in her contract, right? Child, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess, man. And honestly, I don't even want to talk about this no more because I just have a really eerie feeling. I have an eerie feeling. How was she granted a temporary restraining order? And in her contract, she's supposed to hash out all disputes with her record label directly, and they also have to approve. She has to get approval before releasing any new music. How did the judge grant the restraining order allowing her to release music when her I mean, did they even look at the record contract? Did her lawyer even look it over? Something ain't adding up. Something is not adding up. So we'll see what becomes of this. I'm pretty sure that there'll be some sort of update today. I do feel that the other party, meaning the record label, they have a right to defend themselves, I guess, if that, or Meg, what are you doing, baby? I don't know, girl. Sis, what are you doing? Mm-mm-mm. This may not work out in her favor, man. I don't know, man. This, for some reason, I think that this is all BS and this is a publicity stunt because this doesn't even make sense. And Carl Crawford is saying that she owes the record label $2 million, and I'm saying how? How does she owe them $2 million if they're getting 60% of all of her recordings, her shows, and she's getting 40%? What is the $2 million from? I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. So if she releases her music tomorrow, then you know that this possibly was all a publicity stunt. I just don't get it. This may not have been the smartest move, though, and to go public with this. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. A lot of contracts have a mediation clause. Yeah, her mother was there when she signed it. Right. That's what I've been. Yeah, that's what's being reported by different outlets and different people giving commentary on it. That her mother was the one that kind of set. I forgot. Dang, there was somebody in the chat here the other day that was from Houston. Remember, y'all? And I forgot the person that they mentioned from Houston that was cool with her mother, and I think knew Jay Prince and all of that other stuff, like that whole clique. And they were saying that her mother was the one that kind of put together, like, somewhat of a contract for her to present to record companies or management or what have you. I just think this is a publicity stunt. Megan better put that music out today. I know, right? She better start leaking them songs on the internet. She hasn't paid them since August. I don't think it's publicity. Yeah. So when when you say that I have to go see Lovely T because somebody else was saying that in the previous chat. I guess I'm gonna go watch that video and break it down. So well, see her break it down. But if they're getting automatically 60%, so is she obligated to pay them the 60%, or do they just take the 60%? Like, how does that work? Maybe I need to watch that video. Oh gosh, this is so ugly. But you see stuff like this happen all the time with artists, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know, Meg. In this day and age, I get it. You may not have been in a position where you could financially where you could afford legal representation, but oh, she has to cut them a check. Okay. So that's probably why they blocked her from putting out the album, because she still owes them money. Is that, like, that sounds about right, right? But she never really, yeah, she hasn't released an album yet. This is true. And she owes the record label 4 albums from as per her contract, from what I've been reading. Oh, so she has to actually cut them a check. Okay, got it. And she hasn't paid them. Therefore, nope, you ain't releasing no music until you pay your debt, right? I think that's how it might go. Do you think that she got set up, that she got bad advice from Rock Nation management? Because that's how it all started. She said that someone told her that her contract, she needs to talk to her record label about her contract, because there were certain things in there that were, you know. Yeah, I did. I did see snippets of his interview. I wasn't even gonna touch on that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm gonna go check out Lovely T for sure, because this is like somebody else mentioned it as well. But I just think, like, there's nothing wrong with negotiating. They straight up hustled her, right? I started, and I bet you no one from Rock Nation management is gonna give a statement saying that they informed Meg of such things, right? Either they're gonna deny it, or they're just not going to give her or admit to that at all. Dang, Meg. Dang. This is a rookie mistake. And then you go public. Like, see, that's see, everybody be so quick to run to social media to air stuff out. I don't know. She's another one. Child, let me tell you something. These female artists in the game, y'all gotta tighten up. Y'all got to tighten up. Watch the first Lovely T. She breaks it down. Rock Nation. Oh, so she has a couple of videos? And to be honest with you, as a new artist, I don't understand why she went with an unknown label. Well, because they're an independent label. If she would have went, well, number one, maybe the major labels probably didn't want to sign her, because she was like, who is this? And she would have got done dirty by a bigger label. Her signing with an independent label, probably, they the ones that took the least amount of money from her. And yes, 60-40 sounds like a lot. Like, it's like, dang, the company is getting 60% and I'm only getting 40 and I have to pay. But she also gets a portion of her masters. I think Carl was saying, like, she gets a portion of owning her masters or something like that. I'm going to have to watch Lovely T. Yeah, I'm going to go watch it now. Well, no, I got to record Sisters. Ugh. Yeah, half of her masters. Right. Like I said, I saw snippets of his interview. Uh-huh. Now let me listen. As a new artist, you getting half of your getting any of your masters. I mean, that's not bad at all. For Christ's sake, Prince was trying to get his masters before he died. And Prince has been in the game for mad long. Yeah, half ownership of her masters. Oh, Megan. Listen, ask Mace if Puffy would have gave him that same deal, if he would have been satisfied. Look where Mace is at now. Diddy owns all of his stuff. He don't even have 10% ownership of his masters. He has 0. Lord, these darn kids. Yeah, I didn't watch his interview in its entirety. So we'll see what will become of this, y'all. All right, we're at 56 minutes, y'all. Listen, Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion, they wiped me out with this drama. They did, because now I'm up here worried about them, like I'm their mama, you know. But people were saying from the beginning that she shouldn't have signed that to that label. I agree. Yeah, have her. Listen, if she would have went to like a Def Jam, or I don't know, I was gonna say Slip and Slide Records, showing my age. Even if she would have went to like Rap A Lot Records or something like that, ain't nobody offering you a smidge of your masters. But to be honest, I think that's better. That's way better in the end for her, I think. That 60-40 is like, but you are a newer artist. Like, you are a new artist. That might be the best deal that she could have gotten. Please, if she would have went to Def Jam, honey, she wouldn't be on nobody's social media. She'd be in the studio and she would be working on her 3rd album, okay? Because she would have had to pay back a lot. So she was responsible for cutting the check, huh? Meg, why you ain't paying them people their money? That is so tacky. Pay your bills, girl. You ain't no hot girl. Pay your bills, sis. Okay, I'm going to say this. I do hope, I'm just rambling at this point, but whatever. It is what it is. It's Thursday. I do hope that Carl gets to be heard in front of a judge. I do. And now, oh my gosh. What is this going to do for the working relationship? This is going to make for a hostile work environment. Girl. Sierra's husband had to buy. Now, how much? Okay. How much was Sierra's masters worth? Let's just. I mean, are they worth a lot? I'm just saying. Like, yeah, Sierra wasn't one of my faves. She's annoying. No, but it is yes, it is definitely a big deal. And you see, oftentimes when artists get older, look, okay, let me take y'all back. Michael Jackson bought the catalog, the Beatles catalog, meaning he owned all the songs that the Beatles ever recorded. He owned their masters. Do you know that was a big deal? That was a big deal. Right. That was a big deal. People, child. Michael Jackson had money, okay? I know people used to say that he was broke, but I don't think that man died broke at all. I could be wrong. Sophia said real talk. Listen, you know how many people got pissed off that MJ bought the Beatles catalog? They were like, wait a minute. That's too much power for a black man. Are you kidding me? Who does this guy think he is? The Beatles? Mike said, Annie, are you okay? It is what it is. He was very smart, very strategic. That's why I believe he had a deep voice, gangster. Who, MJ? People see, Don't get the penny loafers and the lace front wig. Don't let that confuse you. Michael Jackson knew about the business game. He was schooled by the real OGs in the music business. Music business. That's why he was so bold and said what he said about Sony. Oh, we getting deep. I see you. So yes, Sophia, I see what you're saying. Trust me. You know, we got to keep it light because these people be listening on here. You know, don't want to mess up my bag. He was schooled, man. He was schooled by the OGs, but no, but for real, I want to know how much Sierra's masters were worth. I'm just curious. That let me see you 1-2 step might have been pricey, but I don't know about the other one. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh boy, I need to grow up. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what will become of this. But again, you still control. As far as Megan is concerned, she's still contractually obligated to 4 albums for the label. So now, after all of this, are you gonna be okay to go to work? I mean, oh God, let us just pray for this girl. Yeah, man, sometimes being too impulsive. See, this is why I always say toward the end of my videos, be slow to speak and quick to listen. Like, I always say that, man. Sometimes people are too impulsive when it comes to things like this. Like, sis, Megan said that she signed the contract when she was 20, however old she was, and she didn't know she was signing. So my thing is, to me, did you even read like, up until this date, did you even sit down and read your contract yourself? It's safe to say that the answer is no. It's safe to say that the answer is no. You didn't read anything. See, here you go again, trusting lawyers. You know what I'm saying? To do the work for you. There's nothing wrong with having strong, legal counsel that you can trust. But for you to not be educated on anything, do you know when people sometimes who like the people who like to take advantage of other people, if they see that you don't know anything, that's a payday. That's a lick for them, as they say in the hood. It's a lick right here. They don't know. You could tell they don't know what they're talking about. So they can feed you anything and tell you anything, and you think just because they have a title of John Doe Esquire, or this is the lawyer to the stars, that you're going to give your money away to get gooped. You should have some sort of knowledge of what this is. Your life. This is your bread and butter. This is your bread and butter. So why, to me, it just seems like she still has yet to read her own contract. Come on, Megan, you got to do better. You're going to be a victim of your own stupidity, because now, again, Carl is not letting you out your contract. You think that if you cause enough ruckus, he'll just kick you off the label? Heck no. He has to recoup for his losses. He wants a return on his investment, and apparently he's not getting that. He's not getting that. So now you still got to stay with this label, right? Because you signed the contract. You got to go to work and be scared. He's going to look at you sideways like you can't be trusted. You're going to look at him sideways like you can't trust him, but you still have to work for him. Man, I'm done. No, she hasn't released an album yet. Isn't that the head crack? That's the head crack. She has yet to release an album. You have a 4-album obligation. You ain't even complete 50% of the task. And I'm going to keep it real. What are we negotiating? What are we negotiating? That's like asking your professor to curve the grade. You ain't even take the test yet and get graded on the test. And you asking him to curve the grade no, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Isn't she in college? Aren't you a college student, Megan? I think that she got played. I think that she got played. See, this is why I don't take advice. I know that sounds extremely arrogant, but I don't. I'll listen to you, but very rarely do I take advice. Mm-mm. Especially when I don't ask for it, and very seldom do I do. I have two main people that I ask for advice on something that I know that they're knowledgeable on. But stuff like this, mm-mm. There's no way that somebody else should be telling you what's in your contract and you don't already have an idea or know, even if you don't have a full understanding, you know, like, oh yeah, this clause, yeah, I know about it, but I got to deal with it. I don't understand the issue when she's getting 50% of her masters. I need, yeah. All right, y'all. Let's go watch Lovely T. Somebody has to be in her ear. You see what I'm saying? Listen, y'all. I want to thank all of you for stopping by. I love engaging with you guys. You guys are very intelligent, smart, funny, and I always have a good time on these morning shows. So I am going to go watch Lovely T. Okay? I should be recording Sisters, but I watched the episode and I'm a little bit ticked off and annoyed with Tyler Perry as usual. So I'll probably hold off on that. So I'll probably be, doing a little yin yang around the house. And I'm gonna go watch Lovely T because I like things broken down. So let's go on over to Lovely T and watch Lovely T. And we probably will talk about this again tomorrow. But again, as I say in all of my lives, be slow to speak and quick to listen, man. I'm for real. It can cost you your life. So, Royal Family, I am signing off. If you're watching the replay, please make sure to get down in the comments and share your thoughts. We can all disagree respectfully. I have no issue with that. So I'm signing off. Make sure your notifications are on because I'm going to be, Sisters will be up later on. I'm going to watch Lovely T or whatever. Thank you, Josie, for putting us on to Lovely T. So I'm about to go watch these receipts be broken down. So I hope, yes, Growing Up Hip Hop is tonight too. Woo! I'm going to be recording that tonight. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow or whatever because I've been trying to get to bed early and I've been doing good since like last week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Growing Up Hip Hop. What's supposed to happen this week? Oh Lord, the aftermath of Sam's coming out party, right? I can't. Anyway, so make sure you like the video if you have not done so already. I appreciate all of your comments, all of your feedback. Sophia, it was the first time that we saw you here. Well, I saw you here, so welcome. Thank you for participating. Hopefully you will join us every day, except for Sunday, in the morning around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Josie, good looking out. Oh, JoJo's wedding is next week? Oh, God. Just when I was in a good mood. Josie, good looking out for letting us know about Lovely T. So I'm signing off for real because I've been on here for over an hour. So Royal Family, I love you for watching, and until next time, peace.